When you're a guy in this position, there are a few things people don't really warn you about, and you're not going to really know about it until you're actually in that position. You see, I know a lot of us in this position, we're neats, we're people that don't really be accepted by normal society. We're kind of rejected and ejected. Our own families don't really like us. There's always random people trying to beef with us when we don't even want any problems. We just want to mind our business and just keep living our lives. And yet people want to try to latch on to us or try to attack us and try to cause problems to us, right? And we just want to be left alone. And there's something that the world doesn't like talking about. The world doesn't like talking about when you're a guy that's been through it. You've been through hell. You never had the girl that you wanted. You never even had a relationship. Hell, you probably never been on a date. And girls always mistreat you. Family mistreat you. Friends or associates mistreat you. Then comes a time where if you're a neat, like I was, the person that was allowing you to neat suddenly passes away. Life doesn't really prepare you for that because most people, after a certain age, they have a job, they have a stable career, or they have something that they may not want to do, but they're forced to do. And they don't really have to rely on anybody for the most part, unless they're relying on, certain family members, if they got a good mom, a good dad, or something like that, and they got cool family members. But a lot of guys in this position, we don't have like any family. We don't. We have nobody we can really rely on. We have to rely on ourselves, and it hurts. But nobody really warns us about a life of isolation when people start to pass away. Then you don't have anybody, then you don't have any friends to talk to, and you have nothing, you have nobody, and there's nobody there to help you out. There's nobody there to lend out a helping hand. There's nobody to talk to. There's no going to therapy to pay somebody to listen to your problems that doesn't really give a F about your problems. There's no, hugging a girl that's still going to say, baby, it's going to be all right. You don't have that. You don't have that because you're an unattractive guy, because you're something that women don't see as a potential mate. Women don't want nothing to do with you. Women are extremely picky nowadays, and they don't really understand, or they just don't care how men like us, the rejected, the excess men, how our lives are absolutely miserable, and nobody warns us about this. Nobody tells us about how when you become a grown man and you don't have those certain experiences in life, how that can dictate your future. How when you got bullied when you were younger, or how your dad used to, maybe abuse you or something like that, beat you because of the smallest little slight, because he would get drunk or something like that, or whatever kind of abuse you went through in life. Nobody really tells you that those abuses follow you into adulthood until you notice that you keep going to work every single day, but you don't have the strength to even get out of bed, but you have to force yourself because there's nobody there to pay your bills, and you have bills to pay. You have gas to put into your car, right? You got to get out of bed and take a shower to make sure your hygiene is all right, right? But your mind is not all right. Your soul is not all right. You're hurt. You're in a position of pain and agony, and no one gives a fuck. Then they wonder why you turn to a villain. Then they wonder why you snap and go crazy. You see, the world doesn't understand how lucky it is. There's millions of guys like us, but YouTube's only going to show this video to a few people just so a voice like mine won't have that big of a reach. That's done deliberately, and that's done on purpose by the demiurge and his minions, just to make sure somebody like me doesn't get a big enough reach, right? But all I'm doing is just explaining reality. Nobody tells you about when you've been isolated for such a long time, you start to lose your mind. You stop caring about yourself. You stop caring about your dreams and ambitions. See, when you're young, people tell you, oh, you can be whatever you want. You can be a firefighter. You can be a doctor, like whatever you want. Just work hard. Just work hard at it, and make sure you pray to God and believe in Jesus and do this, that, and the third. But when you become older and you realize that this God hasn't even given you a woman once, like you're probably 25 years old or older and you're still a virgin. You haven't even touched a woman. Yet they're going to tell you about some God that loves you and cares about you. Meanwhile, this God wouldn't even put a woman in your life. There's billions of women in the world. Yet this God can't even give you one. This God can allow Corey Kenshin or Kai Cenat or PewDiePie or Mr. Beast or David Dobrik or some other, streamer or YouTuber or whatever to make videos and get paid millions of dollars a month. Meanwhile, all you want is peace and happiness and tranquility. You don't want $1 million a month. You just want enough money where you don't have to go to that 9 to 5 every day and go through that hell, that soul sucking loose energy thing that they call a job, right? And then you got people that are losing their minds and they're like burning down the workplace. And people look at that like, oh my God, that's such a bad thing. And it's like, yeah, it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing that that person did it, but is it an even badder thing that the people didn't pay that person to the point when that person snapped? And if we really think about it, if there was millions of people doing that like that person and everybody had each other's back and everybody stood together in unison, maybe we'll get some change in this world. But we know people are selfish. When you really think about it, this is truly a hell realm. This is really a realm that it feeds off your suffering. It feeds off of injustice. It feeds off of negative energetic manifestation or frequency. We don't live in a nice, happy realm. We don't live in a realm where it's fair. Everything about this realm is bullcrap, if you truly think about it. No one prepares you for a life of isolation and desolation. They don't tell you that you're going to be a grown man and you will never have a woman in your life. Never. They don't tell you that about life, do they? They tell you believe in God, go to school, believe in Jesus, and then maybe one day you will have something in your life that God is magically going to bless you. What God? Who God? You talking about the demiurge of narcissism? The one that feeds off our loose energy, that purposely puts events and evil people in our life that cause us harm on purpose because it gets a benefit from the negative energetic manifestation or frequency that's released? That God? No, no, man. And I want people to stop beating themselves up because I have people, in the comment section that tell me, they may watch adult material or something like that and they feel bad about it. Don't feel bad about it, brother, because no one told you how life is going to be as a lonely man. Because people, when you're younger, they don't talk about the losers of society. People automatically, when you're a kid, you have infinite potential. So people say like, good things. Like, oh, you can do this, you can do that. No one ever says you're going to be a man in your late 20s with no wife, no children, and your family's going to be looking at you like you're crazy, and everybody's going to be calling you lazy because you didn't work hard to do this. And they don't know what you've been through. They don't know your psychology. They don't know all the events that led to your actions and your ways and your methods. These people don't know you. They don't know you. They think they know you, but they don't. And one thing I can't stand is a coward. I can't stand somebody who's able to attack you, but they don't show their face. They don't show anything. They hide behind the internet or they hide behind the boss at work. Like, these people are the biggest cowards and they're the biggest, female dogs, because if you face these people in face to face in real life, all that trolling and all that stuff that they're doing, they would never do it to your face. And if you call their job and tell them about it, then they'll play the victim. Like, or if you just go to your job or whatever, and you got to deal with coworkers and nasty bosses who talk to you any type of way. You got to deal with disrespect at the workplace. You got to deal with disrespect from all the people around you. That does something to your mind over time. Nobody tells you that having a job is not all what it's cracked up to be. When you're a kid, they tell you, oh yeah, you got to be an adult. You got to pay bills. You got to pay taxes. This, that, and the third. That's nothing. Another thing I can't stand is you have people that brag about paying taxes. Oh, I pay my taxes. They say it so proudly. It's like you're proud of being a wage servant, right? You're proud. Oh, I pay my taxes. Oh, I pay my bills. It's like, you're happy for paying bills? Why are we surrounded by idiots and imbeciles and fools in this world? Why? Why can't people like me be surrounded by multimillionaires? Why can't I have been in the Illuminati family? Why? I don't give a fuck. I want to be wealthy and powerful. Do you know how it feels to be a rejected excess man in this world? You feel powerless. You don't have a woman in your life. You can't get a woman in your life, but you're expected to go to work every day and come home and wank off. I'm tired of wanking off. I'm tired of the fleshlight. I'm tired of looking at, adult explicit material. I'm tired of it. I want a woman to bend her ass right in front of me so I can hit it from the back. Get on them knees and please. I don't give a shit. Give a fuck. Shit, I'm tired of it. A lot of us, we need sexual alleviation. We need love. We need a woman to hold our hands. We need something. We're not getting it in this world. So what the hell do you expect us to do? When men start going crazy, when men start burning down their workplaces, and I guarantee that guy who did it, I guarantee that guy probably didn't have a girl in his life or anything. I guarantee, because if he had a girl in his life, she would have gave him a fellatio with a high ratio, smoked some kush with him, watched a movie, he would have calmed down. Do you see the importance of that, women? Like, I don't think women understand, or they just don't care, that there's a lot of rejected guys. And not like, okay, if you're genuinely not attracted to a guy, I can't make you force you to be with somebody who you're just not attracted to. That's understandable, even for guys. If you see a woman that you don't like, you can't force somebody to be with somebody that you don't like. That's understandable. But it's when you have guys that are around your looks match. Like, if you're a girl and you're a seven, and that guy, he's a seven, he's a good guy, he has a job, he has this, he has that, but that woman still denies you because she wants that 10 out of 10 Chad that she slept with 1,000 times in college, then that's wrong, because she should give that guy who's a seven like her, that she's a seven, who's a good, stable guy, he's a provider, he has a good job, he has this, he has that, and he's willing to be, a good man. You don't ignore nothing like that, right? But nowadays, women are trained to just throw guys in the trash. It's brutal, and no one warns you about the psychological deprivation that comes with being in a situation of isolation and desolation for such a long time. The mental degradation, the insanity, the hearing voices in your head, that looking up the powerful men of history and of old and wanting to be like them, but knowing you can never be like them because you're in a systematic prison. And you have an evil God that created this realm just to torment and torture you. So what do you really do in this situation, man? What do you do in a situation where you can't stand it, but you're treated like a bandit? God damn it. What do you do? What do you do when you have a world that's designed to break you? A world that's designed to break your mind? A world that's trying to break you on purpose? It's not an accident that you go through these things in life. It's not an accident. It's not an accident that you never had a woman in your life, and your dad or whatever, they didn't prepare you to be a loser, right? Or they may have prepared you by mentally, physically abusing you to be a loser, but they never sat down and told you, like, look, son, you're never going to be successful in life. You're never going to live your dreams. Like, nobody tells you about this in life, that you would probably never, ever, ever, ever get the chance to live your dreams, and how the psychological ramifications of that can lead to a life of stagnation. But all these people that be talking crap about us, saying that we didn't do this, we didn't do that, they don't know us. My life is not the same as yours. I don't have the same opportunities that you have, and you don't have the same opportunities that I have, right? And I'm talking to the normies right now, to the normies. Like, you don't have like the same, like, we don't have the same opportunities. There's a lot of opportunities that are blocked for me based on my skin color configuration. I don't care what anybody said. You ain't lived a day in my shoes, in my skin color configuration. You ain't gonna tell me nothing that I ain't. Like, you ain't gonna tell me nothing like I'm crazy. I know what I'm talking about. Damn it. But no one prepares you for being a grown man not having a wife. No one talks about that. No one talks about how it feels like to see the girl that you want and you can never have her. To see a girl in some booty shorts walk right in front of you, and you're like, God damn, I want that, but you can't have it because it's like something's teasing you. It's like some type of spiritual warfare where it's like a curse only upon you. That's why I know this is hell. Like, it's like the hell you're going through is like a customized hell. It's customized so only you can go through it. It's customized so you can be destroyed and you can be trapped in this eternal infernal void. This world that we live in is absolute bullcrap, and I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being the person that never gets what he wants in life. I'm tired of being the person that's always rejected and ejected in life. I'm tired of it. I want to be successful. And the world doesn't tell you that if you actually have a talent and you never make it, how detrimental that is to your mental health. It's one thing if you suck at something and you tried to make it and fail, but it's another thing if you actually got the talent to make it. You actually were talented, you actually were gifted, but you didn't have the right people around you to really help you. That's another thing that's brutal, right? And, you know, the world doesn't really care about guys like us in this position. Like, the world doesn't really, it doesn't really have any sympathy or compassion for guys that failed or fell behind in life, right? Like, the world is designed to make you just it's designed to make you feel low. It's designed to make you feel like you're just a waste of space in this existence. And it seems like the people around you, they perpetually try to break you down as well. Me, I don't have any family at all, so I don't really have to worry about that ever again, right? I don't have any family. All my family is pretty much in the grave, all of them, right? So I don't have any family. It's just me, myself, and I, by myself, no help, no nobody. That's why I appreciate people that cash at me or people that PayPal me. I appreciate you guys, man. You guys keep me going, man, because I be in this situation where I be broke as a joke, and then to look and see somebody sent me a little something, something, that I appreciate that, man. I really do, because it makes me know that I'm not just on here talking to myself, right? And people appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys. But this world has so many dimensions to it that leads to the destruction and the corruption of our souls. You know, always, always wanting to have a woman in your life, but not having it, that does something to you. You're not meant to be alone, brother. You're not meant to sit there and wake up and go to your 9 to 5 every single day and have nothing. You're not meant for that, man. You're not. You're meant and you deserve to have a woman in your life. You deserve to have, the girl that you always wanted. Why not? Chad and Tyrone, they get it every night. And that's what's brutal about this world, is the things that you dream about, the things that you want. There are people that get it every single day like it's nothing. They get it every single day like it's nothing. But you got to go through obstacles. You got to go through hell just to get a girl to even smile at you or say hi to you. And then if a girl does smile at you or say hi to you, it's on some fake ish. It's not real. You know, And a lot of guys like us, hell, like every time we go to the store, the female cashiers are always treating us like crap. So we just say F it and don't even go to the store anymore. We start ordering our food online because we don't want to interact with people. People are the problem in this world. The people that you have to interact with, that you're forced to interact with, they cause so much hell. Nobody really prepares you about that in adulthood. They say, oh yeah, become an adult, pay these bills. But people don't know, people don't tell you about you trying to become a doctor or you trying to become a lawyer, about the people you have to work around. What if you're a certain skin color configuration and you become a doctor and the people around you still don't respect you? Or when you're in school and you're in class, people around you don't like you. They're mean to you. They try to attack you because of your skin color configuration. Nobody talks about that. No one talks about little things like that. They just act like everybody has the same damn 24 hours, and it's not the truth. Because a millionaire with 24 hours, then somebody that's homeless with 24 hours, those are a totally different 24 hours. The millionaire has money that can work for him. He has investments, he has stocks, he has this, he has that. While the homeless man, all he has is his own 2 hands and his brain, right? That's not the same 24 hours. So don't let nobody try to gaslight you and tell you that it is, because most people in this world are gaslighters. They're master gaslighters, trying to tell people like us in this position that we're lazy or we're crazy or something. These people need to get their behinds whooped. That's the best way I can put it, point blank, period. So much pain in this world, so much isolation in this world, so much unfairness in this world. And we're supposed to think there's a good, loving, caring God? Are you out of your goddamn mind? Look around. Look what you have to fucking go through every day. Hearing your parents bitch at you about getting a job. Then you try to get the job and they don't even want to hire you. Then when you finally get the job or whatever, you got to deal with the boss who's an asshole. Then you got to deal with, the co-workers who are little demons in disguise. And then you're like, damn, I really don't want this damn job. I don't want to do this, but you have to because your parents are probably going to throw you out if you don't work that job. It's like the demiurge wants everybody to pay their loose energy tax. Like everybody has to pay a loose energy tax. Everybody has to pay in pain. Everybody has to pay. It's like you just can't be left alone. Like, have you ever noticed that when you try to be left alone, when you try to just mind your business, like when there's good things happening in your life, right? Let's say there's good things happening in your life, right? There's always something to come to disturb that good thing in your life. There's always something that's going to ruin your peace. You can be in your room playing video games and nobody warns you about being a grown man, still living with your parents, or still living with roommates, or still living. No one talks about that. Do you know how humiliating it is to be a grown man and to be trapped in something that you were trapped in when you were as a kid and you never expanded? Oh, just get a job. Everybody with a job is a is a wagey and a cagey. If you have to work a job, you're not free, because the people that control the world, they don't work jobs. Corey Kenshin doesn't work a job. PewDiePie doesn't work a job. Mr. Beast doesn't work a job. Everybody who's truly successful, they don't have jobs. They have businesses, they're entrepreneurs, and they have money that works for them. Do you understand that? Or are you too dense? Or are you a Heilig or NPC? Because if you understand that, then you're a real one. But if you don't understand that, then you're a Heilig. The Gnostic texts describe people like that, the soulless bastards that are put into this world to destroy our lives. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of people picking on people that are weaker than them. I'm tired of people that are attacking people that haven't done them no harm at all, and they know what they're doing is wrong. You lucky people don't come and beat the hell out of you. You're lucky. People don't find out who you are. Because you will cry, run away like a little, a schoolgirl skipping down the street. I can't stand Heilex, and I can't stand normies and NPCs, people that don't use critical analyzation and thinking skills. Most people in this world, they need to get their ass whooped. They're arrogant. They're disrespectful. They don't care about nobody but themselves. Nobody prepares you for a world, or especially the blue pill world. They never prepare you about a world that's really black pilled. That's really a world that doesn't care about you, especially if you're a man, especially if you're somebody who's in a position where it's very difficult to get out of based on your looks, based on your economic situation that seems to have fallen. I grow tired of this world. I grow tired of this existence, this doesn't seem fair. It seems like the wrong people always get the right blessings, right? And then you have in this world people that they seem to be placed there by something that you can't see. Have you ever noticed that whenever you go to certain places, you always run into that same archetype of person? The snitch, the person that tattletales everything that you do. You run into that everywhere. You go to this job and there's somebody tattletaling, and ooh, you took 5 minutes on, you're like, ooh, you took an extra 5 minutes on break and you talked on the phone, ooh, but really you were just talking on the phone telling your, whoever to pick you up at a certain time. They make it seem like you were talking to a girl or something like that. It's like, nah, then you get in trouble, you get a write-up from your boss. Like, who are these people? Who created these people? Who raised these people? Like, you got to think and ask yourself this question. Who raised these people? Think about the people that cause problems in your life. Who raised them? Who raises people to do that? People that snitch and tell and do all this weird stuff to you. Like, who raised these people? Who are these people? Who are they? They can know everything about you, but you don't know nothing about them, right? Who are these people? Why are they hiding? What are they scared of? Retaliation? And then when you talk to that person that tattletales at your job and you step up to them man to man, they're going to try to, if you step up to them on some real ish, they're going to try to call the authorities. They're going to try to do some other crap, right? This world makes me sick. People like poking the bear until the bear bites back. And if the bear bites back hard, they'll be the first ones trying to press charges or do this, that, and the third. And it's like, well, what do you think, man? If you know a guy's already lonely, he's already going through it, why do you keep messing with him? Why do you keep telling him, why do you keep talking to him like he's nothing at the job? And then next thing you know, the whole job is on flames, and then now you're looking crazy. And now everybody's out of a job now because the whole warehouse went up like a siege, like the siege of Leningrad back in World War II, right? And now people want to get some act right. Now everybody want to act like they got some damn sense. Now they want to act like they got some sense now. Oh my God, it's such a tragedy that this happened. Well, it would have never happened if you would have shown respect and dignity to that person, right? Because it's funny how when one person, gets mad at his job and burns down the warehouse, which is a crazy thing, it's all over the news or whatever. But when that happens, people say, "Oh, that person's evil." But when the United States and its favorite ally does that to an entire country, where it's innocent schoolgirls, innocent school children, and they're not attacking warehouses, they're attacking specifically civilian infrastructure to demoralize the people, right? When that happens, you don't see that same reaction. Because you know why? Power only respects power. If the person that did that to the warehouse was a multi-millionaire, a multi-billionaire, I guarantee people would be like, "Oh well, because people are sheep." You gotta understand about people. People are sheep. And like bullies are sheep as well. Bullies, they always attack you in groups. They never attack you one on one. They be in a group trying to attack you. But if you ever catch them one on one without their little group that be with them one on one, then the bully's not as strong. Like bullies only act like people are like that, and I think Schizo Dumpster's talking about that, when he's talking about, crazy, but like crazy people's behavior, how they'll see one person, like say you're at your job and everybody attacks you at your job. Everybody attacks you at your job. They talk about you. They say that you don't work hard, whatever. You could be doing your job perfectly, but it doesn't matter to these people. They still attack you, right? And then the next thing you know, when you're working, minding your business at your job, your boss yells at you, your coworker tells you you're doing it wrong and all that, and everybody, yeah, he's a problem. Da, da, da. Like you walk past, people are talking about you. Yeah, he's a weird one, blah, blah, blah. They keep talking this crap about you, right? But if you catch him one-on-one, man to man, then all of a sudden, like, you catch him going to his car at the parking lot and I say, "What's up?" You're talking all that ish. Well, now what's up? You're talking all that ish, but now to my face, now say it. Then all of a sudden, "Oh man, I was just playing, man. Oh man, no, it's not like that, man. No, man, no, man." That's a biggest coward ever. That's why cowards, like, I know it's hard, guys, because you need your job, but try your best, man, to not snap and go crazy with these people. These people are there in your life, and that can go for your family members as well. The way your dad talks to you when he tells you to get a job, you can hear the venom and the hatred in his voice. Like he actually despises you, but he doesn't know. He doesn't understand that you not having a woman broke you. You not having a girl in your life made you pretty much dislike yourself. And you don't have the strength. You don't have the belief. You don't have the energy to get up and go find a 9 to 5. Because what's the damn point? You're just gonna you're pretty much gonna do the exact same thing. Now you just got an extra responsibility that you're forced to do because you need money. And as a grown man, no one's gonna take care of a grown man for nothing, right? Especially guys in our position. We're already disliked by society. We're disliked by our family. And since I don't got no family no more, all my family's in the grave. I don't have nobody no more. Nothing. I don't have anybody. I don't have any family. Do you know what that feels like? To be homeless with nothing? And you just talk on you just have a little YouTube channel you decide to make one day because you're depressed because your grandmother's about to pass away and you're about to lose your mind. You don't know what you're going to do. So you make a little YouTube channel talking. It takes off. And then you just get all types of crazy stuff, right, happen to you. It's very crazy. It's very weird. It's like, this can't be an accident. Something wanted me to suffer. I think it was Benedictine Truth. If you guys watch him, I watch him in The Prison Called Life and Tragic Reality and all of them. Those guys are all legends in my eyes. And I think it was Benedictine Truth talking about, this life is going to give you what it wants to give you. So even if you have the skills to be a successful artist or successful whatever, if life doesn't want to give it to you, if the demiurge doesn't want to give it to you, it won't. The demiurge is going to give you what it wants to give you. And usually the demiurge wants to give you, a terrible life. And that's the truth. You're going to go through hell in this world, guys. You got to be strong, man. And sometimes being strong is not enough. Being patient is not enough. Being hardworking is not enough. Tell me how hard Jeremy Meeks worked when he was in prison and then got a billionaire. Where was his hard work at? Where was his nights of sacrificing sleep to study for the test so he can get his doctorate's degree? He's a multi-millionaire now. Never, no doctor's degree, none of that. He got a billionaire because she looked at his face and chose him. Is that fair in your eyes? Or is that something that's designed to screw with you? This world is brutal, man. How can you try to act normal and moral in a world that's totally unnatural, it's abnormal? People are sick in the head. People are just crazy. You have crazy people in this world. And it sucks when you have to be around crazy people, deal with crazy people, work with crazy people, and you're crazy yourself because you don't have a woman in your life. And then they make fun of you and talk about you for not having a woman in your life. As if you wanted to go your whole life without having a girl in your life, as if you wanted to be the lonely one. Loneliness and isolation and desolation leads to all types of evil things, man. I hope life gets better for us all, but we already know that it probably won't. It probably won't. I'm sick of this world and I'm sick of being at the bottom. I'm sick of not having what I truly want in this world.